Hi, I'm Joe Ferguson.
I'm Sarah Garrett Gasson.
And welcome to another edition of Elections 2014 with the Arizona Daily Star. This week we're going to focus on Congressional District 2 and the upcoming Republican primary. We have 3 people running for office, and they include retired Air Force Colonel Martha McSally, small business owner Shelley Keiss, and retired Air Force Master Sergeant Chuck Wooten.
That is a heck of a title.
It is.
So we are looking at a race that other people in the nation are looking at and saying it could go Republican, it could go Democrat. What do you think?
We know that there is a lot of polling out there that believes that it could go either way. We hear a lot from Washington establishments and analysts who say there's a good chance that this is a vulnerable district, and that has led to a lot of high-level support, a lot of articles, a lot of money coming into Congressional District 2.
So Martha McSally is someone who is very high profile. The voters know her from 2012 when she ran against Ron Barber and lost narrowly. But this means that she is kind of a target already, not only in the Republican primary, but also from the Barber campaign, since she's kind of the presumed front runner. What does that mean for her?
Well, Martha McSally has gotten both ends of the spectrum. So she's gotten a lot of support. John Boehner, Eric Cantor, the NRCC all have lined up behind her and helped her to raise a lot of money, which is very important in these kind of races. But we've also seen the other side of that. House Majority PAC has already released an ad critical of McSally months before the Republican primary. So it's a little bit of both, really.
And it's also important to remember that she's not alone in the Republican primary. We have Chuck Wooten. Tell us about him.
Chuck Wooten has gotten a lot of national attention. Last year, a letter he sent to Rep. Paul Ryan of Wisconsin went viral and actually led to a change in terms of veteran benefits. So he's had a lot. He got his 15 minutes of fame. It's now his turn to let himself be introduced to locals in Congressional District 2, not just highly partisan people across America. So we'll see what comes next for him.
And Shelley Keiss is from the Green Valley area. She's a consultant, and she dug into some numbers in the budget and kind of made a splash with that. What happened there?
So Keiss released a press release a couple weeks back that also got national attention, and she believes she found evidence in the federal budget dating back to 2010 that forecasted a boon in unaccompanied minors. And so she says that this is evidence that some people knew this was going to happen all along.
The boom of unaccompanied minors coming up through Mexico from Central America, and now we have the thousands of children arriving at the border and kind of flooding into I think shelters. They were in Nogales and now they're in Texas, and it's kind of a situation.
Right, and so she was a headline story on Breitbart one day. So I mean, certainly all of them have gotten a little bit of national press, in this race. But with weeks to go, and for voters will be deciding who will face Ron Barber in November.
So what's the next step? If you're a voter and you want to know more about these candidates, what's on the horizon?
Well, we've got a debate in Green Valley on Saturday. We'll be covering that in the Daily Star on Sunday. And there's a lot more information at tucson.com/elections.
And when do early ballots go out?
31st of July, and they should be hitting doorsteps very soon.
And if you don't want to do the early ballots, when is the actual show up at the polls Republican primary?
If you're old school, it's August 26th.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me, and we'll see you next week here on Wednesday.